Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 24th, and welcome back to the Nick Watkins Show. I'm Nick Watkins. Let's get into it. So, unfortunately, the Giants played last night and lost, and everything seemingly was going well. We led by as many as 5 at one point in the bottom of the sixth inning. Webby had a good game, went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, struck out 5. And the offense was actually scoring. We scored 8 runs, and we went to the ninth inning looking to close it out. And then Ryan Walker blew the save, and we ended up losing the game 9-8. And Ryan Walker got the loss and the blown save, and then Matt Swanson got his 4th win of the year to remain undefeated, and then Riley O'Brien got his 6th save of the year. So obviously we got to talk about it. How the offense finally did something, scored 8 runs. We got a decent performance from Logan Webb. Obviously, for Webb standards, it's not the best, but he still gave us a shot to win, and we definitely had that chance. But the Cardinals just came back, and over the last 3 innings, they scored 6 runs in order to win the game. It hurts. It stings. Giants now 77-81, 4 games under 500, and even if we win every single game for the rest of the year, we will not have a winning record at no point for the remainder of the year. We will not finish with a winning record, and it's just frustrating, disappointing. Disappointing is definitely the word to use. How we had multiple chances throughout the year to win the division, maybe, and at least make the playoffs, and we could not capitalize. It did not go well. Oh well, right? Oh well. Anyway, for around the league, looking at some other games, the Diamondbacks walked off the Dodgers and won 5-4. What else happened? The Padres beat the Brewers 7-0. The Mets came back and beat the Cubs 9-7 in Wrigley, and that's big for the playoffs. The Red Sox went into Toronto and took Game 1 of the series. They won 4-1, and the Guardians beat the Tigers in Game 1 of the crucial series in the American League Central. They won 5-2 in a game that Skubal pitched. He actually took the loss. So really the best chance for the Tigers to win a game in the series with their best pitcher on the mound and probably one of the best pitchers in the league, if not the best pitcher in the league. And they could not capitalize. And that means that the American League Central is all tied up at 85-72 with 5 games in this case, with 5 games to go for these two teams. And just looking at the last 10 games for both of them, the Guardians are 9-1 in their last 10 games, and the Tigers are the inverse of that. They're 1-9. They had a 12-game lead in the Central at one point this year, and now everything is all tied up with 5 to play. Wow, that's pretty crazy. And then another division race that we need to be keeping an eye on is the American League East. And my friend, who's a Blue Jays fan, was telling me today that he's not feeling the most comfortable in the spot the Blue Jays are at. Obviously, 90 wins is a great season, but only a 1-game lead on the Yankees, who won. Only a 4, and then the Red Sox are 4 games behind them. And the Yankees' remaining schedule is pretty easy. They have the White Sox and the Orioles. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays have the Red Sox and then the Rays to finish out the year. So that's also a very close race. And in the American League West, the Mariners have won 9 of their last 10, 5 in a row, to improve to 4 games up on the Astros, who have lost their last 4 games. So that's pretty big. And the Rangers were also eliminated yesterday. Looking at the West, for the National League as well, it is the Padres winning 4 in a row, and the Dodgers have lost 2. One of those was to us on Sunday. And the Padres are now a game and a half back of the Dodgers. Looking at the rest of the schedule, the Padres finish out the year today against the Brewers, and then they host the D-backs over the weekend. And meanwhile, for Los Angeles. They finish up their series in Arizona, and after that, they will go to Seattle to finish out the year. So, um, definitely tough for both teams, but it could go either way. The Mariners are a very good team, and they're better than the Diamondbacks. So, for the final weekend of the series, the Padres seem to have the advantage there. Um, and yeah, everything is coming down to the wire in lots of the divisions in baseball. That's a good thing. It's always fun to have competition late in the year. Meanwhile, for the team that is not able to compete to play meaningful baseball at this point of the year anymore, the Giants will start JT Brubaker for the final game of the series, and Sonny Gray will start against the Cardinals. For the Cardinals rather. So we're going against the Cardinals' best pitcher, and unfortunate what happened, and we'll get into that later when this season officially wraps up. But it's just disappointing, is what it is. But while the Giants are obviously disappointing, the rest of the league is very exciting, and there's lots of games to watch. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.